Good morning, everybody. Today, I would like to talk about the concept of proxemics and everything that comes with that. And this refers to the study of personal space and how we use it in communication. This is a fascinating aspect and a great aspect of nonverbal communication because it does not require a word and we communicate through space without even saying one. And after watching the video that we have talked about on proxemics, I've been reflecting on my own experiences and I'd like to share some of my thoughts with you today. So first, I'd like to discuss how we observe it in public spaces in different contexts. So you got social settings like a party, gathering. You might notice that people who are friends, they kind of get close. They kind of just like tend to stay by each other and kind of be just more a little bit physical. And then you got more of like the formal setting, which is like generally more distance between people. Like at a church, it's more formal, we're close, but there's more distance between each other. And then we tend to also maintain our own thing called personal distance, which is about 4 feet away from anybody because we're not as familiar with those type of people around us, and there's a greater physical distance, which means we feel more comfortable and respected. What I learned and what it means to me about all of this stuff and how I take it in is with COVID, I kind of got more scared with my proxemics and nonverbal communication by kind of staying far away from each other, like the more personal space type of thing with the more 4 feet away. And it's just kind of in me because I've been so conditioned from that time period because I was an athlete, and like with being an athlete, you couldn't catch COVID. It was really within you. You had to do whatever it took to not get that so you could stay playing. It really just like kind of just got conditioned and built in me to keep my personal space away. So I kind of, on a personal level from the video, I was learning and I thought about that, and it brought me back to COVID time. And to get a little bit back on the track about what we're talking about, the setting of interaction also plays a huge role in influencing our nonverbal communication. Like if we consider a church, you might find that you have less physical interaction because it's more formal and you just want to focus and be righteous with God and focus on everything. Versus when you're at a dorm room with your friends, you're just kind of bumping shoulders, rubbing shoulders and stuff because you're friends and close, and it's a non-formal setting. And there's just a lot more eye contact. There's a lot more language, body language stuff that you see, a lot more facial expressions at home than when you would be at a formal setting. And speaking of body language, eye contact and facial expressions, have you ever noticed that when depending on where you are or who you are with in a store or in public transportation, that eye contact can also flee, like a fleeing thing, or indirect, like where you would look, boom, look away, boom, look away. That's one of these, that's something that we're speaking about with these proxemics and the personal distance and all of that. And now we consider about what happened with COVID-19 back to when I was relating that with myself. The COVID-19 pandemic changed the way that we think about personal space. It's clear that everything that we've had is a significant shift. Before the pandemic, physical handshakes and touch and all of these things were kind of accepted in reality. But now, post-COVID, it's really not accepted, and everybody kind of really follows with their personal space. But in conclusion, proxemics isn't just about physical distance. It's really about how we communicate, how we communicate comfortable, trustfully, respectfully, and even discomfortably without speaking a word. From the way we interact in social settings, social gatherings, to how we behave in formal settings or use our space reflects of nature of our relationships and our awarenesses of social norms. And as we move forward in this post-COVID world, our understanding of personal space and non-verbal communication will continue to evolve and get evaluated and get changed and really just grow as we keep on going throughout the years. And this is influenced by both our shared experiences and ongoing changes in our social life and cultural landscape. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys have a great night.